only had one fight. We saw him last year on Fox Sports, June 30th, on the undercard of Stan Longanides versus Grant Barker, stepping up for his second fight here tonight against Goran Danilovic.
Well, Michael, Samir Taleb, certainly what he lacks in experience, he'll make up for in heart. He's a very tough campaigner, but of course Goran Danilovic has the experience, and it'll be interesting to see how these two boys pair up. But as I said, look out for Samir, because he's going to go in guns blazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome in the blue corner, from North Dandenong. He is a dual Victorian and Australian middleweight champion with a record of 8 bouts, 4 wins, 4 losses. Now part of the Janice and Ray Drazik Pinefield Fitness Centre. Tonight scaling 70.10 kilograms, proudly wearing the colours of Serbia. Would you welcome the Danger Man, Goran Danilovic. Goran Danilovic in the blue corner. Across the ring in the red corner, Mr. Tarek Solek and Virov Simsika, the young man from Brunswick. Tonight having his second bout, scaling 71.10 kilograms. Wearing red trunks with black trim, Essendon Bombers colours, would you welcome Samir Taleb. Danilovic, 3 rounds. Your referee in charge, Dwayne Clausen.
Okay, fight to centre ring. Okay, I've already been over the instructions with you both in the dressing room. Okay, obey my commands at all times. Keep your guard up at all times, okay? Nice clean fight. Good luck to both of you.
Gentlemen, we keep you rolling here. Seconds out, round 1.
All is in readiness as we kick off the first round of action between Goran Danilovic out of the blue corner and Samir Taleb out of the red corner. We're scheduled for 3 by 2. Mark the Hammer. It's fantastic to be back in such a prestigious venue as the Melbourne Town Hall. Kickboxing returns after 8 years.
Well, Michael, Melbourne Town Hall, you can't get more central than that. Smack bang in the heart of Melbourne Town. It's the place to be here this night.
And of course, coming up later on tonight,
Step back.
3 sensational main events. Of course, the return of world champions Tibet Hamza and Gurkhan Ozkan. And the big one between the Prince, Amir Shafapur, himself a dual world champion, and steps up to the apron to fight John Miles from WA. But at the moment, it's Samir Taleb up against Goran Danilovic. Danilovic now training out of the Pinewood Fitness Centre. Taleb, of course, one of the rising stars of the Tarek Solek Academy. A couple of nice leg kicks to that lead leg there by Taleb.
Taleb is certainly the aggressor in this, the first round, but Danilovic maybe just taking his time, having a look at Taleb, just filling him out. He has a very orthodox boxing stance. He keeps his hands very high, very square onto his opponent. Taleb is a little bit loose in stance, but certainly makes up for that in aggression.
20 seconds to go in the first round, this first bout of the night. World Champs return brought to you by super promoter Tarek Solak. Taleb just lining up the big right hand, didn't quite find its mark.
Okay, stop. Step back. Hands up. Fight.
Taleb, he found the target that time with the big right hand. End of the first round of action, Mark.
Well, what a first round. It was a good effort there by Taleb. I'd actually say I'd give that round to him, just because he was more aggressive throughout the first round. Danilovic, although he is more experienced of the two, so he may be just sitting back having a look at it. We see the boys here working away in the first round. Taleb going low with the inside leg kick and then coming up with the big right hand and scoring cleanly with both those shots. As I said, his hands are a little bit looser, but nevertheless, aggression certainly making up for any looseness he may have.
Into the second round of action. Taleb just leading it with that jab, comes with the left hook. Danilovic looks to be a good mover so far. Inside leg kick by Taleb. He's been looking for it all throughout this fight, and he found the target that time.
Well, the inside leg kick is used to take your opponent off balance, and that was a perfect execution of it there.
They tie up in the centre of the ring. Danilovic trying to land an inside leg kick of his own. And I think the mouthguard of Taleb just being dislodged in that flurry. Tarek Solak's fighters, all renowned for their very hard kicks, both high and low.
Well, the Braveheart gym is certainly a new gym on the block, although the trainer there, Tarek Solak, and some of his trainers have been around for a long time, but they've established themselves under the name Braveheart now, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot of outstanding fighters coming from that gym in the very near future.
Taleb just trying to fire in the big right cross. Overhand right, it was a wild swing. Backs Danilovic into the neutral corner, but to no avail. Taleb, as we said, he's only had one fight, June 30 last year. We saw that one on Fox Sports where he fought Lee Stevens. Defeated Stevens on that occasion, looking for a second win here tonight, and so far doing a very good job. Well, 30 seconds to go in this round, Mark.
At this stage, Michael, it's very much boxer versus kickboxer, with Taleb throwing all the kicks, and Goran, of course, he's just relying on his boxing skills. There's one rare kick for him. He's got to up his kick rate and just get a little bit busier, because at this stage he's just standing back a little too much.
Of course, experience rests in Danilovic's favour, a record of 8-4-4, but it doesn't seem to be phasing Taleb at the moment. They tangle up over in the neutral corner. There's the end of the second round, Mark.
Well, once again, Taleb, good work rate in the second round, but Goran Danilovic came back a little, I feel, with his upping his work rate. A lot more even round. If we look at the stats here, we see the punches on par, the kicks, high kicks on par, and just Taleb inching his way ahead with four low leg kicks as opposed to 3 from Danilovic. So a lot more even round the second one, but nevertheless, still Samir Taleb being the busier of the two. Here we see Taleb forging forward, working hands and feet, although that high kick missing the target. But you can see the boy just pushing forward always, backing Goran onto the ropes and always looking for the opening. There's that inside leg kick. That's perfectly executed, and that's what you've got to do, take your opponent down.
The big party, Lions Domain. After the show, 2:30. Morrison for the Roman Elbow, the Lions Domain.
Third and final round. Taleb just leading out that jab yet again. As Mark was saying earlier on, we need to see Danilovic use more of his kicks to build up the points. A whipping high left round kick it was there by Taleb, didn't quite find the mark, opted to go downstairs, outside leg kick. Taleb keeping right on top of him, really cutting off the ring, trying to force Danilovic against the ropes. Danilovic, the more mobile of the two so far.
Work it. Work it, step, stop. Step back. Fight.
Danilovic likes the front kick off the right leg, but he hasn't really found the mark with it so far in the fight. And the crowd's starting to rally behind Samir Taleb. As we said earlier on, a fantastic atmosphere here at Melbourne Town Hall.
Well, certainly Taleb has been the aggressor throughout this bout. There you see Goran backing off once again, and he's really got to hold his ground and give it some toe-to-toe, because if he keeps backing off, the judges are automatically going to assume that Taleb has the advantage. So, of course, Goran should be standing there a little bit more, holding his ground, centre ring or otherwise.
Danilovic still favouring his hands. Taleb leading with the left, caught him there with the left hook. Drives one to the body. There's that front kick we spoke of from Danilovic. Didn't quite find the target again.
Well, into the last 15 seconds now. The boys really have to turn it on. Goran in particular has got to make an impression on the judges' scorecard. But I feel he may have left his run a little too late.
Taleb still looking for the big right hand. There's the end of the fight. After 3 rounds of action, this one's gone down to the judges.
Well, it certainly has, Michael. and not preempting the judges' scores, of course, but on my scorecard anyway, I'd have to say overall a fairly good even round, but Samir Taleb from the Braveheart gym certainly was forging forward through most of the way through the 3 rounds, and I'd have to say just on aggression I'd have to give it to Samir Taleb, but it'll go to judges and we'll see what decision they come back with.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first winner by unanimous points comes from the red corner, Samir Taleb.
Well, there you have it, Mark. As we predicted, Samir Taleb taking the fight by unanimous decision. I feel that his work rate was better all round than Danilovic.